Hello and welcome. I'm Richard and I started collecting Pokémon cards. Thanks for the views on the previous video. I was expecting 2 views, but we're sitting at 200 right now. I'm still very new to making videos, so please let me know what I could improve. The first video showed the beginning of 2 Japanese sets being added to the binder. These sets were Expansion Pack, in English Base Set, and Pokémon Jungle, in English just Jungle. The expansion pack was released on the 20th of October 1996. This is almost 30 years old. To critical success. Pokémon Jungle was released 1 year later on the 5th of March 1997. These may sound very old, but these were not the first sets released in Japan. Before these sets, Expansion Sheet series was released. These were cards that came in a weird sheet that contains 4 cards. As you may have seen in the previous video, there were a lot of spots left before I started the expansion pack. This is where expansion sheet will be placed. There's only one downside to the set. Most cards are pretty expensive in a normal condition. That's because they are so old. And also because during Corona everybody started collecting expansion sheet for some reason. So we're a little late on that. But for the expansion sheet series, I will just start slowly collecting them. During the purchase of bulk cards, I will just look for the seller if they have some and add them to the cart. This will keep the cost of shipping down. But my first goal will be collecting the original era of cards. This includes the herefore mentioned expansion pack and Pokémon Jungle, but also Mystery of the Fossils, Rocket Gang, Leader Stadium and Challenge from the Darkness. But during the collection of the cards, I will also be trying to do it for as cheaply as possible. With as cheaply as possible, I mean as cheaply as possible for me. There are of course yard sales that sell Pokemon cards for so cheap that you can't even buy them online for that price. But that is not really a possibility for me, because in this country yard sales don't really exist. So how do I try to get these cards for as cheap as possible? I will explain. On Cardmarket you can add wanted cards. This is mostly used for people that want to buy decks that they need for playing the card game. But I use it to buy cards as cheaply as possible on Cardmarket. As you can see, I've created tabs for vending series and expansion pack series. A big limitation is that wanted lists can't have more than 150 cards in a single list. That's why I can't combine all series into one. To work around this limitation, I've made a wanted list for the original series. This is called B1 Original. Also, don't look at the B1A1. That's mostly just for organizing the tabs. They're organized by name, so A1 comes before A2, A3, A4. But looking at B1 Original Series, there are 102 cards that I want in this list. These ones consist of the expansion pack, Pokémon Jungle and Mysteries of the Fossil. Why is Rocket Gang not added? Because it has 56 ones. And when added it is above the list limitation of 150. So we can't add it to the B1 Original Series. And I do all this for one big reason. The Shopping Wizard. Adding multiple series into one list allows the Shopping Wizard to include as many cards into one order as possible. First of all, this keeps the shipping cost as low as possible. What this also does is find the lowest card listings for the condition you want. So, the Cardmarket Shopping Wizard. We can choose between reducing price or reducing shipment. Most cases reducing price is the most beneficial for you, but it might be reduced shipping in some cases. I haven't found one yet. Cardmarket is so huge, it's pretty impossible to find the cheapest cards from all the sellers. So using it will be beneficial for saving costs. I think you can use it 10 times a day to save server costs for Cardmarket, but I'm not sure about that. Right now I have a shopping wizard open for the 102 cards of the I think it was called the original series. And now we can just find the cards you need. Okay, the biggest shipment I found is from Cartex. It's a couple of cards, a nice polygraph, all for excellent, because I have set my minimum quality to excellent that I want to find. So a couple of nice cards for 100 euro without doing too much research into this order. I think it's okay. I'm not gonna do too much research just because I'm not gonna buy it right now. If we go back to the entire shopping wizard, we can see our total article price and value. The value is around 1300, shipment around 200, and you get a total of 1500 if you want to add it all to the cart. But that's not recommended just because you pay so much shipping. What we can try is we can try the reduced shipping option just to see how does it compare again, and reduce shipment. Okay, the article value was with the previous one was around 1500 I think, and this one is about double because it starts adding mint cards into the mix, which are quite expensive. Here, this is a really big order. It's about 600 euros, oh my god. That's a lot of money. But technically it does what it says and it reduces the shipment. But for me it adds so much expense that it's not really worth it. Okay, just for a showcase I'm gonna add this order to my cart. One smart thing to do is if you have any order want lists that you have, like the vending series I have right now, it's maybe a smart idea to also put this one through the shopping wizard, just because if you find the same seller with the same low prices for another wanted list, you can add that one too and reduce shipping costs even further. Let's see. Okay, I didn't find it for this order, but that doesn't matter. Just watch out if you have any other shopping lists and put them to the shopping wizard. You could find the same person here and save on about 6 euros of shipping, so that's always good. One smart thing to do also is check out the seller that you're buying from. Always check for the reputation. So 99% has a very good experience with this one, so that's quite alright. You can check out their singles. Maybe they even have another set that you're searching for. Maybe you have cards that might not be in excellent condition but good, that are good enough for you that you can buy. So that way you can also reduce the shipping cost. Just as a showcase, we have here, I've searched Pokemon Jungle. You might have need a Marowak or Jigglypuff. That's only in good condition, but maybe it's good enough for you. And with holos, I will recommend to look at the pictures. I think most good sellers have great pictures, and sometimes you can even find plate cards that one seller says is plate, but on the pictures it's actually more like good. And sometimes you have someone that puts excellent, but it's more like plate. That's why it's always recommended to look at the pictures. Just looking at the cards in my cart right now, I have cards that are from every expansion that I'm searching right now. So if I was only searching for the mysteries of the fossil, I would have only gotten 2 cards for pretty much the same shipment. I hope this helped a little bit. Right now we're gonna add the cards that we bought for this video. Also next video I will be making a couple of changes to the way I do the card showcases. I think I could make them more interesting. It's as I said, I'm still learning a lot.